Hey everyone, welcome to Pop XP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the Pop XP channel. Hey, what is going on YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here, Nile, Scala with the Pop XP, and joining me, well, you know, the doctor's in the house. Blevins, what's up, man?
That's me. That's me.
That's me.
What's up, Nile?
That's my.
How's it going, man?
It's going, bro. What are you in a dirty alley? What are you?
Dude, man, this is my new set, my new studio set. It's
Nice,
still
nice.
a little bit under construction, but yeah, this is where I'm going to end up doing a lot of my shows with some technical.
What kind of show are you about to just do? That camera went down.
Yeah, jeez.
Like,
how you guys doing?
I don't know, man. What is up,
dude? Let me tell you this, okay?
Yes. Tell me.
Yesterday, I get a notification on Facebook, and I go look at it, and you posted the newest John and the Steve and Semino Say Boom episode with Marv Wolfman, right?
Yes.
What an incredible episode. What an incredible episode, man. It was just absolutely amazing. I think everybody needs to go watch it. It was just absolutely awesome.
What was your favorite part?
Job.
What was your favorite part?
I think all the edits you did, like all the little nuances when they would say something, you would pop something up on the screen. I think that added a lot to the story for sure. I mean, that just, again, it's like you're taking the video to the next level, and it really shows. I think you're doing a great job.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's a fun show to do. We get some great interviews on there with some just absolute legends, dude. It's incredible.
Man. John is the hype man, and Steve is the knowledge man. They're like the new Jay and Silent Bob. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Snoochie booches, what's up?
Well, in the next episode that may be airing, John may take his shirt off. Spoilers.
Whoa, spoiler alert.
But anyways, we got a great show for you guys today. Really cool book. Creator reached out to me called Morgan's Organs. And got a chance to read it. Me and Blevs took a skim through that. Freaking hilarious, awesome book. So everyone, please.
I thought it was going to be a musical about keyboards, about pianos. Was not.
Disappointment right there.
Yes,
but it does come with music.
No, it was good. It was a lot better. It wasn't a disappointment.
Stupid. All right, everyone, please welcome Mr. Daniel Brodie.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good, thank you. My voice isn't usually this deep. I'm battling through what's not COVID. It could be the next version of Omicron, but it's not defined yet. So,
maybe it's the monkey pox that are going around.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah, maybe
I don't have no boils. No boils at the moment.
Oh, that's no fun. Nothing to pop.
Yeah,
too bad.
Gross.
It's like that, like bubble wrap stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Pop the next
it's
one.
Like
anyway,
you have to pop it. If you don't,
you do. You ever do that though? Like, you ever like have a pimp and like, I'm not popping it, but then you pop it.
Yeah, it doesn't stand a chance. I'm waiting. I'm not listening to WebMD.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like it's gonna go away on its own. Well, what are my friends gonna think every time they see it? Nope.
Yeah.
I'd rather see a festering wound than that big red mountain.
Damn, what kind of pimples do you get, Blevins? Jeez,
the bad kind.
He's like packing it with gauze.
The kind
Speaking
you
of
can't
packing
show on
with
Pop
gauze,
XP is the kind that I get. The kind you can't show on Pop XP.
There you go. But anyways, man, so Daniel, dude, you got a really funny series, man. It's cool. I'm really glad you sent that message and we were able to take a look at it. So your series is Morgan Organs, which if I keep saying that, I'm gonna like tongue twist on that thing. But let's talk about really, man, you as a creator and how did you actually get involved in making comic books?
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, just like most kids, grew up on comics, so always, had a place in my heart. As I got older, tougher and tougher to keep up with comics, but I've always gravitated towards being a creative individual, drafting stories, imagination, and all that. But basically, after university, I was on a backpacking trip in Europe. I was in Amsterdam doing as you think in Amsterdam, and just this crazy idea just like kind of floated into my mind. It was more sort of like a horror that was in my mind. It was just like like my brain is kind of running the show right now. Even if I was telling it, please stop being this high, it wouldn't listen to me. And like, I don't know, I just like kind of kept on spinning over that like idea, like I cannot tell my brain to stop what it's doing. And it kind of grew into this term Morgan's organs, and this like, I guess, fascination I had of like, what if our body didn't give a crap about us? What if it only cared about itself? So like, I guess I just got like really passionate about the idea. And I just got into writing it. Like, didn't really have much of a writing background outside of school. But I was just like, this idea has to be made. So that was back in 2013, and over a period of 3 years, I was writing scripts, coming up with concepts, drafting characters. I went through so many rewrites, so many different ideas. But by 2015, I was quite confident in what I've come up with. And I realized, writing scripts is enough. I think I should make my own comic book series. So that was kind of like, the start of where we're at today, basically.
Nice. No, so how did you develop your creative team? You're going into this like, I've never planned on making a comic book. I have this idea I'm passionate about. It sounded like your script and everything was strong. Your character development seemed strong, as you approached 2015. So what was your, I'd say, creative journey as far as putting the rest of the chess pieces on the board?
Yeah, so I mean, I knew that being an indie series, the sort of budget I wanted to have for this series, I knew that the only way this would work is if I could find someone as passionate about this idea as I am. I learned it after first hiring, I guess, like a studio who commissions work to other artists. And I realized like, this isn't going to work. Like, it's just, I can't work through a middleman. So I ended that relationship. And then I just like kind of went out, and I thought it would be like a really long process to like find like the right style, but also like someone who like fit, the mold. But literally, like the first person I reached out to, Rob Jennix, I was like, hey man, like your art is literally exactly what I've been envisioning in my mind for like what these characters like, or what this world kind of looks like. And I was like, does this script interest you at all? And shit you not, the only thing he wrote back to me was, you had me at Vagina Monster. Which was like end of the first page. And I was like, that's incredible. Could you just do me a favor and just draw what you think my brain character looks like? And he sent that back to me, and I was like, holy shit. I think I was like drinking that night with friends, and I just like had to run to the other room because I was like, oh my God, this guy just picked it out of my brain and drew a brain. That was exactly what I had imagined.
How expensive was the process of you like how much did you pay to find, well, you don't have to give the number, but what did it cost you to find out that you didn't need to go through one of those studios to find somebody?
I mean, it was only a few $100, but that was just for like such a structured, rigid process of like, we're only going to deliver you like 5 pages. You have 3 rounds of feedback in pencil. And it's just like, I realize this is not how great books form. Like it has to feel like a team, has to be passion. So like, yeah, I realized like, this is not the way to make my dream come true. And like, this is after 3 years of kind of scripting this. So I was like, geez, if I like go down this road and like, if I get demoralized quickly, like that's it. Like,
well, you had done all the heavy lifting. You'd already done everything that's the main part of the main foundation for the creative process. And then you go in there to talk to somebody, and you have to pay for them to tell you how your stuff's going to work.
Yeah. And I'm not saying what I've done is Mona Lisa, but it's not like whoever wanted the Mona Lisa drawn was like, I'm going to hire 6 artists, and whichever one comes out best, we'll make that one the Mona Lisa. Like art is art. It kind of has like the process of choosing is part of the art, I would almost argue. Mm-hmm. And so like, you can't keep doing it over and over again. The first time is the only time in my mind. So I wanted to make sure that, I was doing it right. So like, yeah, me and Rob, we hit it off, and like, we started off with just like, hey man, like just draw me like a few more characters, do me a few roughs of like the first 5 pages of this book. And you know, I didn't do much. Like I guess I was still hedging my bets at the time. I wasn't fully confident, so I really only did 5 pages plus the cover of our first book. Start posting online, gathering a bit of audience, doing whatever I could do to like grow an audience, because my audience started at 0. You know, I was almost embarrassed. I wasn't telling my friends, my family. No one really knew I was doing this stuff. Like, hey, mom, talking about dicks over here.
Yeah, and vagina monsters.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
How do they like
Especially
the
as
book now?
Love you, Mom. Love you.
I
Your
don't
mom's
know,
like, I love it.
she doesn't get it, but she'll support it. Which is funny because like I see people of their age demographic all the time at cons who are like, oh man, I love this. So it's just like, you know, it's just some people get it, some people are just like, oh yeah, that's nice, son.
Yeah, no, it is a fun series for real. I had a really good time reading it. And now I know it took you like roughly 2 years working on the script and everything. There's a lot of creators, right? We all have ideas, right? We all have these great grand ideas in our head, and sometimes we'll start going and then we stop, right? And then we pick back up and then we stop. And some people never pick back up. Did you ever hit a point when you were developing the script where you went like months and months of just not working on it?
I mean, honestly, like this thing has kind of been an obsession for me. So like, even if I'm not working on it, like I was never not really thinking about it. And there's definitely times like, I mean, I was quite probably naive the first draft I put out there of the script, not like, you know, the finished comic, and thinking like, oh yeah, this is great. Like this is ready for TV. Like it got ripped apart. And I was like, oh my God, like this is gonna be tough. And the concept changed totally from the first concept. I think the first concept, it was like the organs are the organs, and they're just like, it was almost like too much of a stoner comedy. It was just like a bunch of organs sitting on a couch, just like talking shit at each other. There's nothing really happening.
Eating Funyuns.
Yeah, eating Funyuns. Being like, God damn, our human sucks. But like, there's nothing happening. So
did you have the computer aspect in the first draft as well?
No, there's no setting really. It was just like a bunch of organs sitting in a room.
Like when Beavis and Butthead sat on the couch and just like made fun of music videos.
Yeah. It was just
a bit for Guar. They didn't make fun of Guar.
They didn't make fun of Guar, no.
Yeah. It was just like too much stoner comedy probably. And then I mean, I just like I dug deep, took feedback. I was in a writers community, which really helped. Took feedback, thought things through. At one point I even pivoted to, I couldn't figure out the you know, what I was trying to do. So I was like, okay, instead of doing Morgan's Organs, what if I do Organville, which was like the university that organs go to learn how to become organs. So that was just like a little fun side project, just to like help me feel motivated still.
That's the spinoff.
The spinoff, exactly. It was just like, I was never like, oh, this is it. This is the one. But I think like as a creator, like if you're ever in a roadblock, like just do something fun. Like don't just like sit and like, you know, keep trying to pick at that things that's not working. Just like do something else. So yeah, I had like moments of that, but I always kind of supplemented it by just focusing on some other random idea. At one point, some other dude had a really interesting comedy series, and I just like, hey man, I love what you're doing. Could I like take a stab at your pilot? So, you know, just doing stuff like that.
Oh, very cool. Well, let's check out, before we actually get into the current campaign, I do want to put up, because I love the interiors on the book and everything. And, you know, I'm just going to just scroll through a little bit here, but your first issue, which is Morgan's Organs head-to-head, which is great when you understand what the head-to-head is. And, but like right off the bat, I open the book, right? And I'm reading, and then I see this glorious creature. And I was like, I started laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And the great
I knew what it was, first off. But
yeah. And even better is like when you think of like the printed format, like you open the cover and you only see what's on the left. You're like, oh, what is this interesting thing? And then you flip the page and you're like, oh wow. So like there's almost a suspense to it. I was almost planned like this vagina monster has to land after the person turns the first page.
Yeah, and it did. It definitely landed. And I just loved, like, you know, even the, you know, penis character, Peep, right?
Pepe.
Yeah.
was just, it was great. I love the interiors of this. This could really be like a, you know, an Adult Swim cartoon or something like that.
Yeah. I mean,
A
so
little risque cartoon, but yeah, I mean, and I'll tell you this, like when I started looking at this, like just to be, you know, just to give the full reverse from everything, when I was reading this, I was like, wow, you know, like I really was caught off guard. Let's just say that, and you know, I was like looking at it, I was like, man, like this is very crass, very rude. I know it's supposed to be an adult comedy, so I tried going through it, and I tell you, it wasn't until I got about halfway through the book that it finally started to hit me and started to grow on me. And by the end of the book, I was like, oh man, this is actually like pretty good. And then like when it kind of sets you up really nice for the other 2 volumes. You know, it's like you know what you're getting into. But I mean, again, like I was like, wow, like I can't even believe this. I can't believe this. Like it was like a shock to
He
begin
yelled
with.
at me.
You know, like
he yelled at me, Daniel. He said, "What did you send my God-fearing
I
eyes?"
my
did. I was like,
my
what are you
eyes.
doing? Yeah, I had to like cover my kids' eyes. I don't have any kids. I'm just joking.
You've got
But-
Sean.
But no, I was like, what did you send me? Oh my God, this is crazy. You're like, no, Brian, like just read it. You'll get it. And I was like, I don't think I'll get it. And then I got it. And I was like, oh, okay. This is actually pretty meta. It's like a very like a thinking, believe it or not, it's a thinking adult
It is.
comedy.
It is.
I really
Yeah,
I really got it
appreciate
after
that.
the fact. And I was like, man, there's some actually intelligent writing to this, and you can't say, you know, that you've ever been in these positions where you you know, that you haven't had these same thoughts or, you know, have these same situations. So yeah, kudos for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't want to toot my own horn, so I'll toot Robert's horn. Like the detail in the book is incredible. So like if you go back to like the Pepe, the room stuff, like in my writing, like if there is like a specific visual that like I want expressed, I'll be like, you put like it's in my script, right? Like the sex box was a script thing, but
Mhm.
I mean it's tough to see in the PDF. But if you zoom in on that sex box, those 2 little video games above, one of them is Leisure Suit Larry, thing I've
Oh, nice.
never heard of before. But that's apparently a porno video
Oh
game
my
from like
God.
the 80s.
And Custer's Revenge, the
Custer's
Atari,
Revenge.
the Atari game. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Rob is honestly a genius. I haven't met someone who has such a deep understanding of pop culture from every generation. Like he's undiscovered talent. He deserves to be a mainstream artist because the detail he puts in is incredible. Like
Yeah.
the freaking Goomba butt plug there, the Pepe jumping at the flag like a Mario. I mean,
Well, I definitely got that like Toad. I don't know why. I got a Toad vibe from Pepe.
Yeah.
Probably because technically it's a mushroom, right?
Yeah.
What's the
Hey,
nickname? Oh, but I
hey.
love the blur, like on the
Yeah.
top. You know, it's just
Well,
some of
even the
these
blur
little
is
things.
funny because, and I kind of thought of this after. Like I'm not going to say when I wrote this I thought of it, but
Yeah.
the blur is actually Pepe's hair. So Pepe's got to get his blur trimmed every so often. So it's not just like we're censoring. It's like, no, that's Pepe.
It was awesome though. I
Yeah.
really did enjoy this book.
Thank
All
you.
3 actually that we were able to read, and you know what I really enjoyed too is actually seeing the evolution in each issue, which then
Yeah.
brings us really to your campaign, because that's what it's about, right? It's about Morgan's Organs, issues 1 through 4, and really this campaign is really focusing on issue 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, each campaign is very very much intended to fund the next story. You know, we're small, so obviously we rely on stuff like Kickstarter to.
So you were
Commodore
told.
64.
TJ
So yeah,
James knows what that was. Did he
so yeah,
know Custer's Revenge? That's the big one. Did you know that one, TJ?
Custer's Revenge.
Yeah, Custer's Revenge. It's like a cowboy game where he bangs the Indian when he kills. I'm not joking. Like that's really what the game is.
Nice.
Might get the book canceled.
Native
if
Native
ever went
American,
mainstream.
Indigenous American. What's the proper terminology for it, Blevins?
I have no idea. It's
Indigenous, right?
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever played the game, but when he put that in there, I was like, that can't be a real thing. I googled it. I was like, oh my god, that's a real thing.
Actually, one of the first it was one of the first X-rated video games.
Custer or Leisure Shoot Larry though didn't really have anything
Custer's
in it,
Revenge.
right?
Yeah, Leisure Suit Larry has been around forever. Like they're still making Leisure Suit Larry games.
That's crazy.
They're still making them. Like they just And
if you guys if you guys read the 3 books you said,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So you probably saw in the 3rd book that one crazy detailed panel.
I mean
with all the rooms.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to pop that up?
Sure, I'm happy to bring that up. But like the detail Rob put in there too is incredible. He's like, I bet you can't find Sleepwalker, and I'm like,
whoa,
I gotta Google what that is first.
Oh yeah, Sleepwalker was drawn by Blevins. I need to see that.
Talk amongst
Apparently,
yourselves.
I missed it.
Rob is a huge Sleepwalker fan. TMNT.
Oh yeah,
he's just like.
Which issue did I see? I saw the Raphael on the coffee table. Was that issue 2?
Yeah,
that was issue 2. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Sleepwalker was written and drawn by Brett Blevins.
Distant cousin.
Gotta wish.
Let's see.
We don't have that kind of talent in my family, Dan. Come on now.
The 3rd book is actually that was my favorite to write, because I think you can imagine, like I wrote a linear story and I just cut into pieces.
Dude, I was telling that to Nile. I was like, Nile, like, believe it or not, like the 3rd book was really, really good.
Is it this panel you're referring?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
I guess I did not see Sleepwalker.
I
forget
where he is.
Hold on, don't tell us. We gotta find it. This Metroid
It's like, where's Waldo?
Batmobile.
Waldo's actually in here.
No.
Yep. Do you see that pool?
Yeah.
There he is, dead in the water.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I did look at this, but I definitely did not see Sleepwalker, and I still can't see him.
I still don't see him.
He's on the screen, actually. The right corner. You see the top right-ish? They're watching TV. Up with your mouse.
Oh, they're watching TV, yeah.
Up. With your mouse.
With the arrow on the wall.
Yep. And then right there, he's on the screen there.
Right here?
Oh, wow. Dude, I didn't even notice that, but yeah, that's the cover of number 1. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's just like,
dude,
and like I'm not telling him to do any of this. I think this was probably my easiest script page. I said, draw a crazy cross section of a body that looks like a bunch of rooms, and put a bunch of dicks all over it. And then he went and did this.
I love what the dicks turned into. It was like, oh my.
So when I read this, I was like, I was telling Nile, I was like, man, like it's a mystery. And I was like, it's really like foreshadowed like throughout the whole deal, about, I don't want to give away the story, but something happens and he's trying to find out how that happened. And, there's even a Batman-esque scene, which I thought was pretty awesome. But then like you find out towards the end what happened, like through a flashback page. And man, I was like, man, this was really good. Like this was a really good, I was going to say episode. This is a really good issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was so funny going through everything to try to find out how, like what happened. Like I was actually like, man, like what happened? Now I got to know. Like,
yeah. And the cool thing is you could actually reread that book, like following the linear order and just like skipping through. Because the book ends just as the book begins. We literally drew the exact same one of the characters at the end as in the beginning to kind of signal that.
Yeah.
That's
Now
incredible.
Now didn't get that, or he didn't see the reveal page because it was a silhouette. He didn't see it. I was like, man, yeah, look, you gotta look at this.
What are you talking about?
The silhouette. I don't want to give away the ending.
Oh, I read it. You talking about how everything happened?
Yes.
Yeah. You told me about it, and then I saw the imagery.
Yeah,
And
I
was
told
like,
you about
"That's
it because you were like, I
disgusting."
didn't see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Even the lettering, I literally took the exact same lettering and I pasted it at the beginning too, just to like make sure it's like this is like a linear.
Exactly. It's nice.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to write.
Cool.
And then Submarine Treehouse says Morgan's Organs is too catchy of a name. I can't get it out of my head.
Wait till you see the music video.
Well, yeah, you guys haven't. We should put on the theme song at the end.
There you go.
If
Well,
you
first,
skip
let's. What's that?
I said if you skip to the very end of this video, I have a theme song.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna play the video. We're gonna play it
we're
right
playing
now.
the video.
Don't play it in full. It's just me speaking boring, but the
It's
end
just you
is fun.
speaking boring. All right.
Hey there, I'm Daniel,
Oh, this is
creator
so
and
boring.
writer.
Let's go to the
of
end. Like the last 10 seconds.
Morgan's Organs. More's like
Character
Daniel's
character.
boring.
Fill rewards quickly. Review of the comic.
No one
below.
likes hearing themselves.
Discover what might really be going inside our insides.
Morgan's Organs, Organs, Morgan, Morgan's Organs, Organs, Morgan, Morgan's Organs, Organs, Morgan, Morgan's Organs.
That's how you should start it off.
Yeah.
That's $1 million song right there.
If we ever become a TV show, that's it. Already done
There
the
you
heavy
go.
lifting.
Perfect. So now this campaign, let's talk about the
Amanda Wilson.
campaign. So
Yeah.
the main focus is now this campaign is going to get you issue 4, but obviously right in the title of it, issues 1 through 4. So is this where you're automatically getting issues 1 through 4? How does this work for the campaign?
Yeah. So, I mean, the print books are just beautiful. So I encourage, new fans to get the print, but, our biggest goal is we just want to grow the audience. So, it's quite easy to get all 4 books in PDF, at almost every tier. But yeah, the focus is, kickstarting the completion of our 4th book, making sure the art team is compensated, making sure we're covering printing and shipping and setting us up for success, because, when the Kickstarters do well, then it enables me to, work on the next story and, keep the team able to work as well on the stories.
Nice.
So yeah, the 4th book is crazy. Nothing. I feel like it's like none of the stories before. And it's about the sperm army.
No.
It's about the sperm army who live in Morgan. They're just living their lives. They have no idea. The only
Living their
thing they
best
know,
life.
living their best life, living their best short life. The only thing that they know is whatever their commanders tell them. And what their commanders tell them is there's going to be a race and you're going to be in it. And then if they ask questions like, well, where's the race going? They're like, we don't know. They're like, do I come back? We don't know. So it's like, I compare it to like, it's kind of like a Tales from the Citadel, like Rick and Morty sort of vibe to it. Cause like, we're just like kind of taking slice of life in the Morgan's Organs universe. And like, we're going into like this sperm world. And it's like kind of it's almost a throwaway story, punish intended. You know what I mean?
I love this image. These 2 bottom panels.
Yeah. So yeah, the ball. So like, everything in the body is the Organauts doing a job. So like the job of the balls is they have to jump on this trampoline, and that's what creates sperm.
It's F-Zero. What's up with that?
Yeah.
I know. I love that.
Yeah. This panel here is incredible, and like the piranha plant.
Yeah, Piranha
The
Plant.
theme song of like the SNES F-Zero just started playing in my head.
I wanted
Yeah, dude, that's absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So like one of the balls is super cynical. He's like, man, my feet hurt. I don't want to jump anymore. And the other one's just like a kind of John Oliver kind of guy, just like a bit peppy.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like if I were to ever cast them, it's Danny DeVito and John Oliver.
Nice.
and then we see this little sperm in particular get born. I kind of love this next panel just because like they have their own language, of course.
I was going to say
Yeah,
they have their own language.
Yeah, they don't speak English. Like that would be ridiculous. They've never heard English before. But obviously, I don't want to tell a story without words. So at the end of this panel, it's translated from Spermish.
Spermish, I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like
that's funny.
You know, we see the sperm grow up, and we see them prepare for their purpose, and we see the emotional toll it has on them when they realize, you know, what their purpose is.
They're like kamikazes.
Yeah,
Sock
I don't want to give anything away, but I think this story goes in places that people wouldn't expect. I think it's the most emotional story we've done yet. And I think you'll have sympathy for sperm after this one.
Well, our alone time as men will never be the same.
Yeah.
It's been a good mission, boys. Engage. So we got here a nice collage of characters here. So can you go through some of the characters?
Yeah. So I guess we haven't really kind of explained exactly what Morgan's Organs is. So these characters that you're seeing, they're all what I call Organauts. So they're not actually organs of the body. We see the body as more so a bunch of, we'll call it workspaces. And so each of these Organauts control a workspace. And that workspace is what actually keeps Morgan alive. So you got guys like Brand the Brain, who has that little bow tie. You know, he works in the penthouse at a computer tower, typing commands, you know, putting memories in certain folders, organizing things. Pepe the Penis, middle guy, he works in an arcade. And it's like, if you catch on to like the stories, like Pepe just wants to play video games. But the problem is like those video games actually control Morgan's, you know, penis. Mm-hmm. So like imagine like you just wanted to play video games and you were kept being told like, no, you can't play right now. You gotta wait. Like he doesn't understand the word no. So he's just like a big kid, you know? Who else we got? We got Lou the Lungs on his right. Hugo the Heart behind him. Hugo the Heart's just like total sweetheart, very caring. But he's like, I mean, all the Organauts are kind of selfish. And he's selfish in the fact that he thinks Morgan should be searching for his true love. Mm-hmm. And so he'll almost like, I don't know if this is a term, but he'll almost like positive sabotage. He'll be like, you know, like let's just, you know, like Morgan's doing his thing. Like, no, that's the girl for him. Like, let's just settle down, forget about it. So like there's a scene in the first book, like Hugo's bringing up a memory just because he wants to look at this girl that he fell in love with. And it leads to Morgan daydream and an embarrassing thing happens. Sorry.
Oh, no.
In the back row, we have Meets the Stomach on his right, who's just like total dolt. He doesn't know the pronoun I. He says me.
Yeah.
I haven't gone into the backstory, but they actually don't know his name. But he always says me eats. So they just call him Meats. Meats is his name.
Oh, now I didn't even catch on to that. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't even introduced that, but I mean, those are the fun tidbits when we have interviews.
Oh, that's cool.
On his left is Liv the Liver, who used to be like a total goody two-shoes. And then the moment Morgan went to college and, you know, the first time he was given some alcohol to digest or to process, you know, he took a sip of it and he just like hasn't been the same since.
Just became alcoholic.
Yeah. Which is like the opposite of what a liver should be.
Yeah.
And then if we look just under Morgan's left arm, we can see a little purple guy named Andy the Appendix. And Andy's probably top 3 fan favorites.
The all-wise.
The all-wise Andy, who never gets... no one ever listens to him just because he has no functional credibility. So he's always right, but the way he says things, he just like, Andy, fuck off.
Yeah.
It's just
no
like
one knows
Jerry.
what an appendix does.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's like a whole ensemble, and the nice thing
Angus
is like
the anus.
Angus the Anus.
Angus the Anus.
He likes
the
to
hate
talk
is
in...
because he Angus. But the hate is because
What is with the squirt gun? Who's that?
That's Bubba the Bladder.
Ah, the bladder. Okay.
So he's just like a surfer bro. He likes to chill in his pool.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he doesn't like when Morgan has to go pee because now the party's over.
Cool, right?
You know, he's like, hey guys, like come here. Like, you know, Morgan's been chugging waters and White Claws all day, and guys, like, it's gonna be fun at my place. And then the moment the water goes, everyone's like, I think we're gonna leave now. So, you know, Bubba doesn't like when he's not the center of attention.
Nice. And
Shut
then,
up, bro. Shut up.
right?
But it's an ensemble cast. So the nice thing is every book, you know, there's new characters to introduce. I mean, this book, I think I created like 5 million characters, so it's the most we've created yet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. And then you just got the nice drawing of the team here: Daniel, Rob, Tyler.
Yeah.
Some of the stretch goals. Now you have what, 17? I think it says 17 days left for this campaign.
Mhm.
So you haven't approached your first stretch goal yet, right?
No, not yet. We just hit our funding goal. Sorry, like 2 days
No
ago.
worries. Okay.
So yeah,
So
yeah.
you got
Hopefully we'll hit our
die-cut
first stretch goal.
stickers.
Yeah, nice die cut sticker of the army. We actually just, if you scroll down a bit, we just launched what I'm calling a stretch goal accelerator. So I have tons of original art from just the development of Morgan's Organs, and we have tons of original art available, you know, representing pieces of history.
Oh, nice.
Before I even partnered with Rob, my friend Greg, he's an incredible hand drawing artist. I had him, if you scroll up a bit, I worked with him on just concept art for my characters.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see like some of my characters changed quite a bit. You know, the kidneys weren't so snug in the end.
Yep.
But like, you know, it's just cool history for the series, and you know, if it ever goes somewhere, I guess it could be valuable.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Very nice. You got your PDFs.
Yeah, and
Cool.
they're pretty. They're long stories. They're 40 pages. You know.
Oh yeah, no, they're good reads.
Yeah,
They're definitely.
they're definitely good read.
Yeah.
Instead of doing variant covers, if you scroll up, I kind of gravitate towards. I don't love variant covers. I mean, as a creator, as a creator, I find it more complex to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, I think there's more appreciation in adding onto something versus switching. So I do these these collector's sleeves that like wrap around the book, and I try to work with a different artist for each one.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I'm pretty pumped for the 4th book cover sleeve. We got a little Animorphs homage on the front.
Yeah, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
Very neat.
Yeah, and like speaking about Rob's detail, we have a couple posters that Rob's drawn recently here. So like this video game one's wild.
Yeah, that one's crazy. I love that. And the Zelda character collage, how cool is that?
Yeah,
So he's definitely a gamer.
absolutely.
He loves his retro gaming. That's for sure.
Definitely.
He's an 80s kid.
There you go. This is awesome, dude. This is really cool stuff you got here. What do we have here?
Thank you. So I worked with a 3D printer in Toronto and created little ornaments of my butt character,
Of Angus.
Angus Thanos.
A wall ornament. That's awesome. All right, you got your community ecosystem.
Yeah, we do some custom art commissions from Tyler or Rob.
Nice.
We have a Pepe penis figurine that sold.
Oh no, that's so
Hugo
cool.
Hart plush toy. We sell
That's
our
sold
Andy
out
the
as
Appendix
well.
plush toy.
Andy the Phoenix.
So they are high cost, but these are one-off items. Like there's
Oh,
only one
yeah.
of these, and they're quite expensive to manufacture. A single unit.
So these are all just one?
Yeah.
Or
So Pepe, we had 15 created.
Okay.
I only have one remaining, so that one sold out. And then the 2 plush toys, there's only one of each.
Oh wow. That's
I've
awesome.
even done penis plush toys. Those ones were purchased in some past Kickstarters.
Nice. That's cool, man. This is
Yeah.
a fun book. I like this. You know,
thank you.
it's great. You know, we get a lot of like, superhero books and, mystery books, horror books, a lot of different types of comics. And it's cool to
Yeah.
have something like this on that's just about fun.
Yeah, I
It's
feel like
not too serious. It kind of has like a good message to it, but it's kind of masked like with just absurd silliness that just
yeah.
like I'm reading this book and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, if I would live near this guy, we'd probably be friends because this is like my group of friends right here. This is
Yeah,
how
the
we
panels
feel.
are nonsense. Like some of the
Yeah.
things Rob draws, it would be continuity errors. Like, but the goal is like, don't think too much about it. Just enjoy the story, enjoy the art. There's not many humor comic books these days, so I really just wanted.
We need more all ages cartoony books.
Yeah,
Well, this
absolutely.
is cartoony. I don't know if this is all ages.
Yeah, I don't think it's all
ages
ages,
is
bro.
subjective. When I go to Comic Cons, I mean, there's technically no nudity. There's no swearing.
Yeah.
When I go to Comic Cons, like I have parents who are like, yeah, like I'll give it to my 12-year-old kid. It's a good way for him to learn about this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
my
totally
son learned
subjective.
about vaginas from page 2 of your
Yeah, like there's not gonna be any Jedi twins reading this. You know what I'm saying?
book. No, this is cool, man. We'll continue sharing this too through our social media outlets and channels
Absolutely.
Yeah,
to
appreciate
help
it.
try to get you, up to your first stretch goal for sure.
Sweet. Yeah, and
Cool.
thank you for backing the series already now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I want to get the hard copy, and get that in my hands. So
Yeah,
this
they're
is
really
definitely
nicely printed.
Yeah, maybe it'll make it to the wall
Ooh,
of crowdfunded items
that'd be
and
cool.
such nostalgic things.
I just got the wall. I don't have anything up there yet. So what's up?
Oh, it'll be there. It'll
coming.
be there.
It's coming.
It
out
always
there.
comes, Blevins.
Always.
It always comes. That's what Pepe told me.
Pepe did.
No, but all right, Daniel. Hey, man, it was great. We hope you feel better. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
on. We
thank
know
you.
you're under the weather.
Yeah, dude.
You'll get yourself a nice glass of water, some tea. But again, thanks so much for coming on. And everyone, if you can, please send it over to Kickstarter. Check out Morgan's Organs, issues 1 through 4. Give it a back, give it a share, especially give it a share on all your social media platforms. So anyone watching this live or recorded, please do so. There's 17 days left as of June 30th, 2022 at 9:42 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But anyways, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Dan, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We
Yeah,
really
thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me. That was
And
fun.
whenever you have the next issue or anything else coming on, please feel free to reach out and we'll definitely have you on. Or
Yeah,
if
I'd
you
love
ever
to
wanna
do this
hang out.
again
Yeah.
when I have more words that I can give.
Yeah. I know what you're going through. I had a really bad cold and I was doing the show and I'd get like these terrible tickles and things. And I'm like talking and constantly muting
Yeah.
and coughing. So I feel your pain. So
I
I will let you go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And
Dude,
Blevins,
thanks.
as always, great show. Everyone, we'll see you all
for
next
having
week.
me.
We got some great shows lined up. And if anyone has any requests for Steven Semino Says Boom topics, please feel free to DM me any good ideas you may have. So, Blevins, I think it's that time, brother.
Dude, I believe it is that time. It is indeed that time. Send us out.
Say goodnight, Blevins.
Good night, Blevins.
Hey everyone. Thank you for joining us
Thank
on
you for
Pop
joining us.
XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.